Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Willie Schmeltz, Remax Gold Coast Realtors. I hope everybody is doing amazing. It's time for this week's market update. This week we're going to cover the county of Ventura and we're going to piggyback in Camarillo and Oxnard. I've also got a couple of tidbits at the end. And once again, I'm going to try to keep this reasonably short. So hang in there. Here we go. We'll start with Ventura County statistics. I have to look to the right to figure out which screen I'm on. Hang on. Actually, I have to look down too. I got it. Excellent. So Ventura County market data. This comes to us from Altos Media. They are the most up-to-date and accurate site for data, in my opinion. And thank you, Brenda, for providing this to me. Here we go. Same data we typically cover every week. Price per square foot, median new listing price, $974. This is for the county. Right, price per square foot, $530. Average days on market, 79. This indicator right here, I'm keeping a close eye on because it continues to climb. We'll talk about what that means here in a little bit. Median days on market, 56. Price decrease, a continual climb. We'll add that into what we're going to talk about here in a little bit as well. So those three statistics, price decrease, average days on market, and median listing price. That's what I want to focus on. Zip over to Camarillo, a little bit of a different picture, right? So we've got a average days on market 44, which is quite a bit less. Price decrease, kind of holding steady here over the last 30 days at 44%. And price per square foot, $487. Median listing price, $868.5. Third, Oxnard. So Oxnard's a pretty broad city, 4 zip codes. So take that into account when looking at this data. We're looking at the entire city. I can break down by zip code, by the way, if somebody wants to do that one-on-one. So median listing price, $774 to $50. Price per square foot, $486. Average days on market, that's steady climb, 58. Excuse me, price decrease. Look at this little spike right here. Bink, up to 57%. All right, so if we look at that 486 per square foot, average days on market 58, and price decrease 57, come back over here to the county, you can see 530 for price per square foot, 79 days on market, and 45% decrease in price. Okay. What does all this mean? Well, here's the statistics are pointing out some very consistent bullet points to me. Median price fluctuating just a tad, but what's most consistent to me is our days on market is increasing, and that's because we're getting more inventory, and that's a good thing. We all begged for more inventory. The thing that we didn't beg for is 6 and 7% interest rates. We'll talk about that in a second. We're also seeing that price decrease number hover anywhere between 45 and 55%. That one's pretty interesting, I would say, in that these homes are being listed, of course, and they're having to decrease the price to get some traction on the home. I'm going through that right now with a home in Thousand Oaks. Okay, so that's just pressure. The market is seeing some pressure because the buyers are trying to figure out what to do with these higher interest rates. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Let me switch screens one more time. And I'm going to flip over here. Okay. Some excerpts today we have. This is from Realtor.com from their trends home buyers page. There is no doubt that the increasing mortgage rate will make home buying even more challenging. Buyers may still find opportunities as these changes coincide with the time of the year when buyers have historically found the best market conditions to obtain more bargaining power. And that's normal last quarter of the year through the holidays. Let's look at this chart right here. This one's intriguing to me. Going back to January of this year, this is from Freddie Mac, 30-year fixed rate, January to today. Well, that chart says it all, right? But this arrow over here, look at this. Over the last 6 weeks, we really took a spike in the mortgage interest rates, and that's due to the 10-year Treasury. So that is making things a little bit more challenging for the buyers, but we'll talk about that again in just a second. All right, so here's the nuts and bolts, the aim of the Fed tightening is to curtail demand in effort to tame inflation. And when it comes to the housing market, the Fed's actions are working. Home sales, both new and existing, are falling. Builders have cut back production in response to rapidly declining affordability. And annual house price growth has slowed from the peak of nearly 21% in March of this year to 16.7% in July. All right. Scoot on with a little bit more. I got a couple more here I want to hone in on. This is from George Vertu, senior economist, realtor.com. While even 2 months ago, rates above 7% may have seemed unthinkable, at the current pace, we can expect rates to surpass that level in the next 3 months. There's no doubt, I'm going too fast, economistrealtor.com. There is no doubt that the increasing mortgage rate will make home buying even more challenging. Buyers still may find opportunities because this time of the year historically found the best market conditions to obtain more bargaining power. I want to talk about that a little bit as well. And lastly, while mortgage rates are expected to continue to drift higher over the coming months, much of the rapid increase in rates is likely behind us. Nationally, while month-over-month house prices may decline, annual house price declines are not expected. Given the ongoing supply and demand imbalance and continued strength in the labor market. That was a lot, right? What's it all mean? Okay, so these interest rates are not going away anytime soon, but they will go away. We know that it's creating a lot of pressure on the buyers, but we're also seeing pressure on the selling side because of it. Supply demand still out of balance, but demand has shrunk because the buyers are like, wait a minute, what's going to happen? We should wait. What should we do? Now, I'm having these conversations with many of my buyers, and I'm so fortunate to have lenders on my team that do an amazing job putting together things that help buyers buy homes, like a 2-1 buy down, like asking a seller for some credits at closing to buy down the buyer's interest rate. It's working beautifully. It's one of the greatest tools out there. Sellers don't want to stay on market for 79 days, 100 days, etc. from the data that we just looked at. They want to sell. That's why they listed their home. There's more flexibility out there right now, and I want the buyers to know that. Repairs are something that we can actually talk about right now. A year ago, you couldn't talk about a repair on a house or an appraisal for that matter. So what we're seeing here is a more normalized, balancing market. I think, personally, it's a good time because the time of the year and because sellers are showing more flexibility. I think it's a great time for buyers to be in the market and work with some tools that are available to them through the lenders and through the knowledge of the lenders and myself to make a package that works really well for them and the seller. And that's the key. Everybody needs to win, right? Okay, so I'm trying to go fast. How did I do? 8 minutes. I did not go fast. If you missed last week's video, we covered Ventura and Thousand Oaks. You can go back in the archives on my business page or on my LinkedIn page, my YouTube page, and you can pick that up. Next week, I'll pick another couple of cities. If you've got something you want me to cover, just make a comment in any of the feeds. Let me know, and I'll get it scheduled for next week. I hope everybody has an amazing week. Sorry about the head, going through some skin treatment. Yucky. I appreciate you all. Have a great day.